Could you just take us through what you saw, what you were thinking on the game-winning catch?
Our coach called a great play. We practiced it a lot, in practice, and our receiver coach Ike always tells us to make those tough catches, and I'm glad it all came through. At the end of the play, at the end of the game when we needed it the most.
You obviously played with arguably the smartest quarterback ever to play in Peyton, and the anticipation that he would show, I'm sure, was at a different level. But as Kirk progresses and some of the throws he made specifically to you on that final drive, what did you see in Kirk and the trust he had in you, and what does that say about your relationship working together?
Kirk is definitely growing. As you get comfortable, you grow, naturally. He's seen the same coverage that we saw, and that's why we had a lot of completions on that last drive. That was the most important, drive of the game. And, Kirk is definitely growing as a quarterback and as a player.
Just the importance of this win, knowing that, you're even in the division now, and what the difference of 1-3 as opposed to a 2-2 means to you guys.
It's definitely a big motivation to keep going, keep pushing to next week. We're happy, we come through at the end, come from behind, and make that, make the plays that we need to go 2-2. It's definitely a better look to be 2-2 instead of 1-3, and especially in the division too.
Pierre, did you hurt your knee on, was it the late hit out of bounds?
No, it wasn't on the late hit out of bounds. It's just, something that, football has just been going on for a while. It's just decided to get worse, after I went deep, and, it's just part of the game.
And when you come back in, the decision obviously to come back in, I imagine, was yours and see it.
Yeah, definitely want to, go out there and give it everything I got, try to make sure I leave it all on the field, and I'm glad, it didn't give out on me, right before the end of the game.
It must be gratifying to see those youngsters coming along so well, Rashad and Jamison as a vet.
Oh yeah, definitely happy to see those guys make plays. Definitely, give them some confidence up there, out there on the field, and definitely, happy to see that they're helping our team grow and being a weapon on our team.
On some of those throws where you took some shots, did you see those defenders coming, or just feel them after you caught it?
Sometimes you see them, sometimes you don't. One of them I had to double catch. I'm glad I caught it and stuck with it. But some of them you see them, sometimes you don't. You just have to, once you catch the ball, you just have to squeeze on it and just keep trying to fall forward.
The final long drive, your ability to do that, how much of that is having a good system that gets a lot of people involved and works well? How much of it is the calls from the sideline and who's making them? How much was audibles?
It's a little bit of both. We have a good system. We practice 2-minute drives. We practice, definitely, trying to get the ball into the end zone at the end of the week. We're happy that, not one person is targeted on those drives. It's everybody that gets involved, so the defense can't key into one person. But we're definitely happy that everybody got involved and definitely moved the ball downfield and finally finish drives to score a touchdown.
A lot of audibles or mostly plays that came from the sideline?
It all depends. Sometimes we check them, sometimes we don't. It all depends on what the defense shows. That last drive was not audible. It was just a play that Sean McVay called. We say he knew that coverage was going to come, and he said it delivered.
Kirk, you come back in that final drive, you telling Kirk to give you the ball, or?
I'm not. Definitely don't tell him to give me the ball. I'm just telling him, we're good, we're fine. I didn't tell them. We're just listening to the play and where to line up and, see the coverage and trying to, be successful on the play. Oh, I'm just happy I got it. It's you always want to catch the game-winning touchdown, but you got to do your part on the team. It's it's about the team, not about who catches it. Just happy we all got in the end zone, and at the end of the game, we all started celebrating in the end zone.
You guys covered so much ground in the first half and really throughout the game to end with field goals time and again. Was there any level of frustration on the offense's part or on your part of, why can't we get in the end zone?
It's always frustrating not finishing the drive. We've had that problem for a long time here, and we're happy, it finally came through when we needed the most, but we're always still working on finishing drives, scoring in the red zone, touchdowns instead of field goals. We definitely need to continue to work on that, and definitely want to get better at that for sure.
With Deshaun out for the time being, is it nice to see a lot of the young guys stepping up and getting the chance to play, and more so than that, producing?
Yes, it's definitely nice to see the young guys get a lot of playing. It's a good experience right now for them because we're definitely going to need them later on in this long year. So it's definitely good to see them, get some catches, get some touches, and get some, actually game experience where it's not a surprise to them when we need them in the most crucial points.
On the catch itself, can you go through how much contact you had there, and did you catch it clean? Just, take us through that split second. Not many of us are going to know what that feels like.
On that last play, it was just a route. You know, I didn't see exactly where I was. I just knew who was in front of me, and I had to beat him. I looked back, and I saw the ball coming, and I reached out for it, caught it, and then I felt hits from all over. I didn't know how many hits, but I looked down, and I'm glad I was on the other side of the white line instead of, a yard short. And shoot, after that, I still didn't know I scored. It was just, everybody was excited. Everybody was hitting me on my head. Then I was like, oh, forget it. Just start jumping and celebrating with the rest of the offensive line.
What else? Thanks, Pierre.
Thank you.
Everybody here shortly.